So I know this has been a pretty hot topic in the creator community and the handmade community. Etsy is raising their fees. Being on Etsy since 2006, pretty much since beta, it has changed, unfortunately, to something where, frankly, it's not beneficial for me anymore. And I feel like a lot of sellers feel the same way. And just don't feel as yay Etsy anymore as I used to. I think they're turning their backs on the people that make it run, which are the sellers. They aren't listening to us and they're focused on profits. And it's very clear that that's what they're focused on. And I just wanted to give you a perspective on my opinion, and personally as a like side gig seller. So this isn't like whole income. So frankly, I don't have that much on the line. I feel bad for those that do, uh, but it maybe could give some insight on people who, just don't know how they feel about it. And that was kind of how I felt the first price hike. I'm like, okay, well, sales were good in 2020. But yeah, I'm just going to give you a rundown um, about my thoughts and maybe some options for people who uh, you know, don't want to do Etsy anymore or can't. Often, these shops are a one person team, and to uh, make them or try and elevate them to the standard of Amazon, their star seller program, basically making people slaves to their shops, answering customer service questions at a moment's notice, shipping out not only free shipping, but shipping extremely fast without any errors. It's just that's impossible. I held star seller status for maybe a month. I didn't even want to try that hard and nothing happened. It's like, okay, why would I bend over backwards to attain something that is impossible, deteriorating to my mental health? And, it wasn't worth it. So why would we try? And I feel like that sentiment was something that a lot of people felt. And I've seen a few of my personal friends in the community who dropped off Etsy very early on and saw that their cut wasn't fair. They were taking way too much. And, I know it shouldn't be free, but it also shouldn't be a huge chunk of your profits for just, a service where most people are bringing in the traffic anyway. That was the case for myself. I was promoting more than I was making. And that really burned me out quick. I was on Instagram promoting all the time to the point where I couldn't even look at Instagram. I can't look at Instagram anymore. It wasn't what I wanted to do, but in a way, I feel like that worked against them because now we have those followers and we can take them to another platform like Shopify, and for them to push promotion on us and then say, oh, wait, we have to promote more. That's why we're taking more money from you. It's kind of shocking. It's like, okay, well, we're bringing in the traffic anyway. And the people who are going to go through Etsy are probably going to only see the top selling products, the top shops. So what's the point? I mean, that's how I kind of felt. And I stuck around for simplicity. Like I had a pattern just because the inventory would align with my Etsy. So I wouldn't have to go through. I tried Shopify like for a few months and that was not great, trying to align inventory through both shops. But, for a flat fee, Shopify could work for some people. When I look back at all the fees that Etsy was charging me, it was like, okay, well, I'm bringing in the traffic. Why are they taking a cut? Like, sure, that's a platform. I can get that somewhere else. So that's kind of the realization that I came to. I think most people feel that way too. And, the only big saving factor was the Christmas sales. Those were really good at some point, really good in 2020. And I thought, oh, wow, maybe this will continue as a trend, and it didn't. And I think just a lot of sellers, a lot of online platforms had huge sales, December 2020, because that was just what happened, and after that, next Christmas wasn't super amazing. So it was fluke for me personally. have different experiences, obviously, with everything I'm talking about. The part when I was really like, oh, maybe this isn't worth it was when they took away Etsy wholesale. And through Etsy wholesale, I made a lot of money. Um, and it was really easy for me because I would get batch orders and I only had to worry about one person that I didn't even have to interact with. I just sent it off to them and no customer service, no returns. It was just great. It was very efficient, and um, a good chunk of my profits came from that. So when they sunsetted it, I wasn't very happy, but what can you do? It's their platform, and they just weren't making money off of it, which is funny because I was. So I heard about this platform called Fair, and I think at the time it was called Indigo Fair. I don't remember, but I signed up for it, and I didn't make the cut, and I think a lot of people were flocking there from Etsy wholesale. So I just kind of was like, okay, well, maybe wholesale isn't for me. And again, this isn't my primary income. So it's just like a side thing for me. So I wasn't like freaking out or anything. But I'm sure lots of people were. But like another annoying thing that they do is they're like, okay, well, you should have 100 to 200 items in your shop. And what you do is you list those items and then they get that listing fee. But then what happens is that they renew, and that you get charged again. And those little incremental renews that you don't notice are renewing can really add up. And for things that don't sell well, they just kind of sit there. I mean, they might get sold eventually. And those tiny fees can start adding up to the point where it's like, I'm just going to delist this because it's not selling. So since I was bringing in most of the traffic myself, which they encourage people to do, why are they taking such a big cut? And then they say, oh, well, it's for marketing. It's for the growth of Etsy. But I'm bringing in the traffic. I'm the marketer. Give me the cut, So it's like, I think a lot of people were coming to that realization. And here we are. And they, put another price fee hike on people. And that was the last straw for a lot of people. And I kind of just sat back and let it happen. I'm not, again, my income doesn't depend on it. So I was really trying to feel out the situation and deactivate a lot of my listings that weren't selling as sort of like a, hey, bad Etsy. And I actually did deactivate my pattern as another bad Etsy. What am I paying for? A website? I can do that somewhere else. And a lot of people say, hey, it's not fair. Veteran Etsy sellers get more traffic, more favor from the algorithm. But that's not true. And I don't know if, there's a lot of different factors. Like maybe resin stuff isn't cool anymore. Maybe, I did something to tick off the algorithm. Maybe I wasn't shipping on time, which I'm not because I have other stuff going on. But like, that's life. More kudos to people who stood up and put their shops on vacation and put a dent. Maybe it wasn't big, but got the attention of media and other sellers. And that's just what we need to do. We can't keep getting run over by companies. And, originally I would stand up with Etsy and say, well, they bring the traffic, but they don't. They don't anymore. And they want us to work harder for less. And it's like, this is kind of the theme. And it's like, oh, you can blame it on inflation. You can blame it on whatever. But like, I think a lot of people in middle, lower classes are waking up to, how much people rely on us. And we need to take that power back. And I think that was the main theme after everything got shut down. People started work from home. Yeah, we make the world go round, and the sellers make Etsy go round. And I think now I'm realizing that they're playing with fire, and we're going to go somewhere else like I did. I'm selling wholesale on Fair now, and it's been a great experience. It's been awesome. Like, they don't have a listing fee. I didn't have to promote. Like, people are just finding my stuff and buying it. It's like the golden ages of Etsy. And I highly recommend it. And if you actually do want to sell there, I don't know if they have an application process, but if you send me, leave your shop link. I don't know. I hope it doesn't flag spam or anything. But I'll figure out how to do it. And I will see if I can get you a referral thing, because yeah, it's great. They even like let me send someone, I don't know if they still do this, they let me send a spreadsheet, like my line sheet, to someone, and they just uploaded it for me. And that was nice. And yeah, I just feel like it's a much better experience than Etsy. Um, I'm not I'm not having to eat the shipping fees, because Etsy, started harping on us for that. I get it, like you have to compete with Amazon, but we're not Amazon. We're people. We're actual people. Amazon doesn't treat their people like people, so why would you try and be like them just for profit? It's not the way that we should be allowing consumerism to go. It's just not. But yeah, I didn't hear back from Fair right away. It actually took like 2 years for them to get back. I know they're opening up more spots for shops, so get on that train. It's great. The more the merrier. Just not too merry like Etsy, where it's just so oversaturated. That's why I think they're handpicking shops to curate very good selection for their customers, their clients, their shoppers. So I love it. Fair is great. Game changer. Let me know. I'll try, and if you have a good selection, I will try and put you wholesaling. I think works better for me, because I don't have to worry about individual customers. I don't have time for customer service. I'm sorry, I don't have time to answer questions. I just they handle all of that. So I just they give me the order, and I fill the order all in one box. I don't have to worry about shipping out individual things. They take a cut, but honestly, for me, that's worth it. They earn it, in my opinion. They're working for me as a seller to sell a product. And they, sure, I don't have to spend my valuable time on Instagram or TikTok, promoting product that I should be spending time on. And it really affects your product if you're doing the work of a social media marketer. You're not spending time improving your product, making new and fun things for your customers. It's going to suffer. Your shop's going to suffer. It's just like this horrible cycle that Etsy has created. And it's like, you're not important anymore to our success, Etsy. Like, I'm sorry. You have created this monster. You have taught us how to market. We are now your competitors. Careful what you wish for. Etsy also has the issue of not spending the time of finding the people who are, infringing on copyrights, not playing by the rules, selling stuff from Wish, like just bulk buying stuff that doesn't fall under supplies or vintage or anything like that. They're not cracking down on that, and that's hurting us sellers. They're closing down sellers' shops that are legit and then not responding fast enough. And it's just stuff like that where it's like, man, like you gotta work for the sellers. You have to. We are what makes Etsy Etsy. And if you lose us, that's the end of Etsy. Just be careful. Be careful. I actually did delist a lot of my listings and, focusing more on Fair now. It's just the way it works. And let me know if you have any questions about Fair, and I will see if I can answer them. But is this the end of an Etsy era? I think if they keep continuing down this road, it's not going to be good for them. It's really not. And it's sad to see Etsy go from this magical place where we made treasuries and supported each other to this capitalist marketing bonanza trying to compete with Amazon. It's not good. Not good. But that's why we have other things pop up like fair, like, I don't know, selling at your local market. Um, I'm sure there are other options that I just don't have any idea about. I know TikTok is trying to start their own selling platform. Um, yeah, there are other options, and frankly, I don't know. It's just oversaturated, and seems like they don't give two like even the email title was like a kick in the frickin' face. This is for the growth of Etsy. Okay, well, what about us? Like, we care about Etsy, but only if Etsy cares about us. Get with the program. Okay. Anyways, I'm done ranting. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you still with Etsy? Are you still counting on that income? How did it affect you? Let me know. This is interesting to me. As a person that works in marketing, would love to know. Anyways, keep creating. Don't let this get you down. Just keep creating and do what you got to do to make yourself happy and not rich people happy. It's a big takeaway. Anyways, have a lovely time. I will see you in the next